Now what we're able to do is modify cells to fix problems that they've had. So you can make new cells which are reprogrammed to fix the body, harness the power of the human body, and enable it to heal itself.
We are on the cusp of huge change when it comes to the way medicines and vaccines are designed, produced, and administered. In fact, many industry experts believe that because of these advancements, soon we will not just be treating patients, but also have the tools and technology to cure diseases such as cancer altogether. With the latest technology and a deeper understanding of the human body, scientists can now design medicines that are more personalized. This holds the potential to totally revolutionize disease management and mitigation in the future. I'm Annabelle Murphy, a journalist partnering with Fujifilm to create the Toward Tomorrow interview series. We've traveled across Europe to speak with doctors, researchers, and entrepreneurs to uncover the most transformative ideas and technologies in life sciences. To begin on this exciting journey, let's explore the different phases of drug development and discover how new technologies can significantly improve various aspects of the process.
Well, if you look to cell culture media, this is basically the raw material which cells need to grow. So basically the same as you have in your body, you use proteins, vitamins to grow cells. And that's what we make in our factory. So basically every cell of the body can live into this media. And then basically our pharmaceutical companies can use these materials to develop medicines. After they have succeeded their testing, and the medicine is also approved, then basically the manufacturing starts. And there also our ingredients are used. The cell culture media is used to make the medicine. It's not only for testing, but also for developing the medicine itself. So it will be an ingredient of the medicine.
What we're really focusing on is that surrounding tissue. It's only the past decade that we're starting to understand that complex biology, the crosstalk between the tumor and the surrounding tissue. And what we're doing is we're trying to then recreate that within the lab and build this build, test, learn platform that we say. We build that model, we then test out your new therapies, and we can then figure out which one would work best or which one would not work. But we generate value from that negative data. When you start incorporating, let's say, patient samples, or you do it simultaneously with clinical trials, you could see why things don't work or why things work. And what that means is you can find certain biomarkers that actually then lets you stratify patients and informs clinical trial design. So from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3, you can then understand a bit more mechanisms of disease and at the same time, mechanisms of action of the drug.
This means that clinical trial design might significantly improve, which would really increase the chances of success. Another area that excites scientists is the knowledge we now have about the human body and how we can use technology to actually get the body to heal itself.
It's all coming together for a few reasons, because you've got genetic sequencing, means that we can understand the genetic basis of disease. On top of that, we're understanding how the cell works. Now what we're able to do is modify cells to fix problems that they've had. So you can make new cells which are reprogrammed to fix the body. You can go into the abnormal cells and replace the changes that they've got and put the right one potentially back in. And potentially what you can also do now is make vaccines to reprogram the immune system. So what you're trying to do now is harness the power of the human body, but fix the problems and enable it to heal itself. And that is completely transformative and different from the old approaches where we will take a chemical and put it into a body. Nowadays, you're trying to stimulate the body to fix itself.
Drug development has been a very linear process. And what we want to do is we start in the middle, where things are very complex, and be able to then have that cyclical learning process that informs preclinical development and clinical trials. really transforming that drug development to be leaner, meaning you have less failures. Smarter, meaning you're able to stratify patients better, which means patients can get access to cheaper drugs. And at the same time, personalization, because we're able to iterate faster, we can then develop drugs that are designed for you based on specific biomarkers. This transforms drug development in a smarter and leaner way.
mRNA is effectively a blueprint. It tells the cell to make a new peptide or new protein. And the benefit of this is this protein can potentially allow your immune system to attack the cancer because it can now recognize it. This is the basis of cancer vaccines and a whole new realm of therapies where your own body can help try and control disease using the blueprints that we supply to it. So it's effectively just an instruction manual. It tells the body to make a protein bit by bit and make it itself. And actually the blueprint itself or the instruction manual is relatively easy to give and you can keep updating it. And that makes it very, very simple. And so this is why mRNA technologies is so exciting for the life sciences sector because it can potentially help so many more people than ever before.
So how far are we from seeing these technologies actually being used on patients today? And who has the power to expedite this process? Investors, policymakers, healthcare companies, and even consumers like you all play a crucial role in supporting the growth of this ecosystem.
Innovation in healthcare is not a zero-sum game. So many different players within the healthcare venturing and R&D and investment ecosystem really need to come together to make sure that we're giving the best opportunity for the best interventions and innovations to go out there and to support as many people as possible. Governments need to provide as many incentives as possible for investors to be willing to take as much risk as they should. And they would also need to provide as many incentives as possible to startups by potentially becoming even the first customers. And the same applies to investors. Investors need to get rid of their cynical views on their investments and make sure that they have sufficient appetite to deploy capital into high-risk, high-reward assets.
So far, we've learned about how technologies and innovations offer huge potential to transform the life science industry. But there's another technology we haven't touched on yet, and that is, of course, artificial intelligence. AI is having a growing impact on all areas of work, life, and health. What is the potential of AI in life sciences? Where could it bring the biggest solutions?
Well, I think artificial intelligence, of course, is one of the biggest trends, which is not only in our industry, let's say, emerging drastically. And I see there, let's say, that together with the combination of developing personalized medicines, so more dedicated for every disease a solution, and for every person a solution to their problems, I think this AI can be of great benefit because now it's all done by human beings and it goes slow. With AI, it goes faster, quicker. Data can be analyzed much bigger and sooner and quicker than the human mind can do.
The convergence of bio and AI is changing the face of the entire healthcare service provision. The entire industry, starting from a prevention to diagnostics to the treatment, is all going to be influenced by the convergence of bio and AI.
I think there's too much hype in AI and life sciences. And that's because most of the focus has been on the discovery phase, how you design drugs, but no one is really using AI to understand complex biology, why drugs fail, why there's toxicity, why there's low efficacy compared to any treatment out there. Shifting that focus from oversimplified models to really starting with that complexity, which are organ-on-chip systems, and developing that cyclical learning process that then informs that later process, which is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 clinical trials, as we de-risk the drug that we're developing. With drug development becoming cheaper, smarter, and really becoming more powerful, with all these technologies, whether it's AI, organ-on-chip systems, or a combination of the two, we'd be able to develop new strategies and also be able to smartly diagnose patients, stratify them, understand what's the best treatment for them based on different biomarkers, whether it's genetic, from imaging, from any clinical data that you could get from the patient. It would really be transformative for how we treat cancer and any other type of disease.
So for me, it's very high value that we now can contribute as Fujifilm for the productions of life-saving technology and products which can change people's lives. And all in all, we are making a big impact on society.
Thanks for joining us as we dived into the world of life sciences. We've seen how new advancements are reshaping how we develop and deliver treatments, moving us closer to not just managing, but really curing diseases like cancer. And that is huge. It's clear that we're on the edge of some incredible breakthroughs. This progress offers a huge amount of hope and confidence for the future as we look forward to more personalized and effective treatments.